I'll have to remember to also use this excuse if I'm overstocked for anything. Let's begin. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's far seeming that to actually get a prison sentence, which isn't suspended, must require a crime of almighty magnitude, with the way that the courts appear to just let people off nowadays, especially if you're famous, with big boobs. Unfortunately though, I'm not famous, so I'm bound to be screwed. But the same can't be said for a Tesla driver when he got caught quite hammered behind the wheel. And the reason that he used to get away with it will probably surprise you if this story is anything to go by. Oh really? Well, prisons are far too full nowadays. Do you want them to start booking up 5-star hotels instead like the government? Oh, I hate the smug one! Well, I heard recently that if you click the subscribe button down there, then you yourself will be entitled to 3 get out of jail free cards, so want to give it a push? The article says that a man was found drunk and asleep at the wheel of his Tesla and has avoided a ban after saying that he had been trying to stay away from his ex-wife. Simon Hayes, who is 50, claimed he had been drinking whiskey in the £58,000 luxury car to avoid going home out of fear of running into his former partner. The businessman from Wilmslow, Cheshire, was found in a car park just a mile away from his £500,000 home, 3 times over the legal limit. It emerged that he was going through a bitter breakup of his marriage and he had left work at 10 AM after a meltdown on September the 23rd. The dad of 4 said he had parked up to avoid going home and insisted he only started drinking after stopping the car. Now of course, while breakups are never nice and obviously do affect us all differently, I don't see why he couldn't have just parked the car near his home and then walked to the local pub or something like that. I mean, there's no reason to drink in the car at all, was there? Well, in my opinion anyway, in the sentence that he's been given, there's not really much of a deterrent, is it, from stopping him from doing it again, or any other people that may think that they could do a similar thing and get away with it as well. Prosecuting Tanya Berridge-Burley said that officers parked up behind the vehicle. The driver's door was locked. The officer looked inside and could see the male who appeared to be asleep. It was necessary to bang hard on the wheel to rouse the male. He appeared to be very disorientated and he wound down the window and officers could immediately smell intoxicants. His eyes were glazed and his speech was slurred. He identified himself as Simon Hayes, the defendant. The officers requested a sample of breath for a roadside breath test and the test resulted in a fail. He was arrested and cautioned and made no reply. In mitigation, Hayes counsel Paul Hodgkinson said, "I do accept that the scenario in which he was arrested does not make for good listening, but he's going through a very difficult divorce, not one of his choosing, if I can put it in those terms." Hayes was spared a ban but given 10 penalty points on his licence, and he was also fined £960 and ordered to pay a £484 victim surcharge. I don't know about you, but I actually thought he got off lightly, and it just makes me wonder if he could probably be one of the EV drivers in this video who are furious at Tesco after what they did. Although, while most of us are probably laughing about what they did at the moment, it unfortunately will probably affect us all very soon. Anyway, subscribe for more and I'll see you in the next one.